And just take this time to slow your breath. And maybe just grab the opposite elbows. Just let your torso sway from side to side. So bend your knees as much as you need to. So feel that release, like in your lower back and in your glutes. Now, lift up just halfway. We're gonna make this we're just gonna do a few dynamic movements, which means like you're just gonna be moving with your breath. So as you exhale, come into a squat. So you get your feet as wide as you need to. So you can keep the heels down. And then lift your hips up, forward fold. So again, just going back and forth. So when you come into squat, your toes may turn out a little bit. That's totally fine. And when you go into a forward fold, you parallel your feet. So back and forth. Squat, lift. A few more times. And then next time you come back into your squat, just hold it. Again, so you're trying to get your feet as wide as you need to. So keep the heels down, push your knees open. Get your feet as parallel to each other as you can. Shoulders back. Bring the palms together and just kind of rest your third eye into your thumbs. And go and set your hands down, lift your hips up. From here, you guys, just straighten one leg at a time. It doesn't matter if your feet are out wide or closer together. Now walk your feet so they are hip width apart if they're not already. Again, insides your feet are parallel with each other. And lift up just halfway, so lengthen your spine. Hands can even come to your shins, but spread your collarbones out wide, engage the shoulders in your upper back. As you exhale, fold, and just bend your knees a little bit. Again, inhale, lift up just halfway, really long spines. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lift up just halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. One single vertebrae at a time. Go and roll it up. And let the head come up very last. Then roll your shoulders back. All right, stand tall. Go ahead and feel free to close your eyes. Just bring yourself here mentally, preparing for your physical practice. Enjoying every breeze that comes your way. And bring our palms together in front of our hearts. Setting an intention or dedication for your practice. Maybe directing it to someone that you know that needs some healing. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, sweep your arms up. It's a big stretch. Reach up for the skies. As you exhale, fold. So push your hips way back, fold. Inhale, lift up just halfway, so flat backs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Arms reach. Exhale, hands to your heart centers. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Go ahead and cross your left ankle behind your right. So you got, the right knee can be bent. It's going to be bent. The inner edge of your left foot rooted down. Take your arms up. Grab onto your left wrist, lengthen up and stretch it over to the right and bump your hips out to the left. So you're gonna feel a nice big stretch from shoulder all the way down to the hip and outer thigh. One more breath, you guys. Bump your hips out a little bit more, reach a little bit further. And rise all the way up. Switch over to the other side. Cross your right ankle behind your left. Grab onto your right wrist, lengthen up and stretch. So reach for the left side, bump your hips out to the right. Keep your right foot firmly grounded. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Uncross your feet. So feet can be together. Big toes touching. Or they can be, hip distance apart. We're gonna do standing baby back bend. So take your time with these, all right? So think about every time you inhale, lift your chest upward. So you think about it, you gotta really stretch the spine out. Bring your hands to your lower back, to your sacrum. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Right. You gotta root down through your feet. Lift your kneecaps up. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, look up. Inhale, lift your chest a little bit more. Exhale, look further back. So just one little breath at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale is taken to a deeper back bend. And if you're comfortable, you can walk your hands down, back of your legs, grabbing for your inner thighs. And come all the way back up. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up just halfway. Go and set your hands flat on the mat. Step your feet back into your full plank. Hold your plank where you're engaging your thighs, squeezing your glutes. Hands are flat, fingers are spread apart. Keep the shoulders right over your wrists. Push your hands through the ground. Five more slow inhales and exhales. Push back, downward facing dog. Press into your hands, keep lifting the arms and armpits up away from the mat. Inhale, come back into your full plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale into your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your chest. Lower down. Again, inhale. Exhale, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your toes under, push up into your full plank. Push back down or facing dog. Kick your right leg up and stack your right hip on top of your left. Bend your knee. Set your left forearm down to the mat, pressing into your left forearm, gazing under your right arm. Circle your right ankle, just going in one direction. So circle your right ankle. Take in the opposite direction. You straighten out the right leg, come back up into a three-legged dog. Come into three-legged plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra or your upper facing dog. So roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up and stack your left hip on top of your right. Bend your knee. I have some bug spray if you need it. Bring your right forearm down to the mat. And circle your left ankle. And then reverse it. Come back up and straighten out your left leg. Come back up into three-legged dog. Come into plank, three-legged plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale into your upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set both your forearms down to the mat. Push your chest towards your thighs. Set your knees down. Keep your elbows down on the mat. But lift your hands up, bring the palms together. So get your forearms off the mat, palms together. Get your forearms off the mat, so you're just on your elbows. Fingers are pointing up to the sky. Walk your knees back, bring your chest or your chin or your forehead down to the mat. And again, so be on your elbows, not on your forearms. Be on your elbows. Nice. Come back onto your forearms. Come all the way down onto your belly. Going for Sphinx. All right, so this is to really stretch out the middle spine. So you're going to, again, focus on trying to lengthen it and then extend it. So press your forearms down. The elbows are like under the shoulders, maybe even a little bit further forward of your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet down, pull your chest forward. So again, you're trying to stretch the spine out, lengthen. Drag the elbows, isometrically drag the elbows towards the back of your mat. Get the shoulders back. And then start to lift your chest. Focus on the middle back. Some of you maybe, some of you are pretty bendy here. You can just like set the hands down, lift the elbows up, keep pulling shoulders back. Still, it's not a straight back, you guys. It's a back bend. Get the shoulders back. Drag the hands towards the back of your mat. Keep the tops of your feet pressing down. And lower down. Set the hands up next to your chest, tuck your toes under, push up into your full plank. Push back down or facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, walk, step, or hop up to your hands. Inhale, lift up just halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Look up, baby back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart centers. Inhale, sweep your arms up, baby back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, set your hands down, step or float it back, lower right into your chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, pull the knee into your chest. Get the knee way up, heel up to your butt, round your spine. Now inhale, kick it straight back up, stretch back. Exhale, knee to your right tricep, maybe chaturanga arms. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, knee to your left tricep, try chaturanga arms. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, knee into your chest, step your foot up right inside your right hand, set your left knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Grab onto your left wrist, lengthen up and stretch it over to the right. So try to keep your left hip more stacked over the knee. Take it into your IT band attachment. Lift your chest. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring both hands to your right thigh. Keep your back toes tucked under. Squeeze your left glute. And then push the right knee forward. Keep your chest lifted. Square your shoulders. Take your arms up. Bend your elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift your chest upward. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, look further back. Bring your hands behind your head. Press your head into your hands. One more breath. Keep that back bend. Take your arms up, bow your ears again. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back into your full plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, kick your left leg back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Chaturanga arms option. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Step your foot up right inside your hand. Set your right knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. So you can keep your right hip over your knee more. Grab onto your right wrist, lengthen up and stretch it over to the left. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring both hands to your left thigh. Keep your right toes tucked under. Squeeze your right glute. So squeeze your butt muscle and then push your left knee forward. Keep your chest lifted. Take your inhale, lift your chest. Now bend your elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So feel that, like your lats really engaging, hugging it. Bring your hands behind your head. So try this one, point the elbows forward. All right, squeeze shoulder blades together. And then inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take that back bend. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, go a little bit further. One more breath. Keep that back bend. Press your head into your hand. Into your hands. Now take your arms up, bow your ears. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back into your full plank. Lower right into your chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up, bend your knees right into your chair. Bend your elbows. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Keep your chest lifting. So there is an extension in your spine. Sit it low. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale, fold. Come back into your chair. Keep your hands interlaced. And fold. One more time. Keep your hands interlaced. Bend your knees. Lift your chest. Sit low. Get your knees as far back as you can. Take your arms up by your ears. Sit even lower. And fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, set your hands down. Step or float it back. Lower right into your chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, kick your right leg back. Stretch back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your right tricep, chaturanga arms option. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your left tricep, chaturanga option. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Step your foot up right inside your hand. Inhale, take your arms up, crescent lunge. Again, bend your elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest upward. Exhale, look back, look up. One little breath at a time and really energize your back leg. Interlace your fingers at your lower back, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. And exhale, bow inside of your thigh. So I know it's hard, you guys, but see if you can just stay on the toes of your left foot. Come all the way back up into your crescent lunge. Bend the right knee. Set the left knee down. Set your left hand down to the outside of your mat. Grab onto your left foot with your right hand. Kick the foot out into your hand. Kick it out. And release it. Come back onto your mat. Lift your left knee up. Bend the right knee, guys. Keep lifting left thigh. Both hands to the inside of your foot. See if you can come on down to your forearms. All right, so maybe just one form. Maybe you're just able to come down to the left forearm. That's totally fine. Or if you can bring both of them down, do. If you need to stay on your hands, stay on your hands. You come all the way back up onto your hands. Step the right foot back into your full plank. Lower right into your chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, kick your left leg back. Exhale, knee into your chest. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Inhale, kick back. Nice, you guys. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Step your foot up right inside your left hand. So to help you with your balance, just get your feet wider, from right to left. Inhale, take your arms up. So you're not more, you're not in a straight line. Again, bend your elbows, bend the left knee. And it's your right leg that's your support. So make it really solid. Squeeze shoulder blades together, lift your chest. Interlace your fingers at your lower back, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Oh, keep opening up the left knee to the left. And then exhale, bow inside of your left thigh. Try to get the left shoulder inside your knee. Again, keep your right leg energized. Rise all the way back up, arms reaching up. Set the right knee down. Really gentle, set the right hand to the outside of your mat. Grab onto your right foot with your left hand and kick the foot out into your hand. So, that foot, kicking the foot into your hand is helping you get into a little deeper spinal extension. And release, bring your hands back down, back to the front of your mat. Lift the right knee up. Both hands to the inside of your foot. So anywhere, either hands or one forearm or both forearms down. Good. Just a really deep hip opening. Coming back up onto your hands, swoop the left foot back into your full plank, lower right into your chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set both your knees down. Okay. Get your feet a little bit at wider Virasana. All right, get your feet a little bit at wider. So knees are hip distance apart. Smoosh your calves out of the way, so smash them down or push it out of the way so you can sit down between your feet. The feet are hugging into your hips. All right, if you have knee issues, this might be a little, all right. Another option is to keep your feet together, big toes together, sit on your heels, get your knees out wider, all right? And that'll also get a little bit more into your quad stretch. All right, so either one. But then once you're here, you wanna try to walk hands back as much as you can, like trying to get all the way onto your back. And once you do, you know, your knees are gonna wanna kind of separate and lift up, avoid that. It's a lot of work. And if you're all the way on your back, take your arms overhead. So, yeah, this is getting into your big quad stretch. Psoas stretch, which is your major muscle, your hip flexors. Slowly make your way back up. Bring your hands to the front of your mat. Go and step it back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Let the blood come back to your knees. All right. Then inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, knee into your chest. Step your foot up right inside your hand. Set your left knee down. Have two options. You can do like we did, bring both hands to your right thigh. You just gotta keep your chest lifted, you know, and push the right knee forward, or bend the left knee, grab it with your left hand. Once you grab that foot with your left hand, get your hip, the outside of the hip, next to the foot, and then everything comes forward together. Square your shoulders. So even though you're like pulling the foot in, you're like resist it, kind of kick the foot back into your hand. Shoulders are squared. And release. Push your hips back to straighten out the front leg. So for your half splits, your runner stretch, Ardha Hanumanasana, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. Keep pulling your right hip back. Tighten up your right quadriceps, so tighten up your right thigh muscle. You know, lift up your chest, lengthen your spine. Now, as you exhale, you're gonna fold. You're gonna go a little bit deeper, not too much more, all right? But focus on really trying to push your sitting bones back and tilting it up so big anterior tilt of your pelvis. So, you know, lift up your chest and exhale, anterior tilt your pelvis. just that little action is going to get deeper into your hamstrings. Bend the right knee, lift your left knee up, walk your hands over to the left side. Sit to your right side. So sitting to your right heel. So squat to the right side, lift your chest, left knee, left toes are pointing straight up. Push your right knee back with your right arm. And again, anterior tilt your pelvis, and that's going to get deeper into your groin stretch. Take it right over to the other side. Same thing. Push your left knee back with your left arm. Keep your chest lifted. Anterior tilt your pelvis. Let's do one more time each way to the right. This time, stay here. Take the option. Some of you are able to set the right hand down, like to the right. Off. So you're pushing your right knee back with your right arm. Lift your chest. Twist to your left. Take your left arm up. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are able to take a bind where you take the left arm around your lower back and right arm around your shin. So you're wrapping your arms around your right thigh, right leg. Good. Release it. Take it right over to the other side. Same thing. So if you need to keep both hands down to support you so you don't fall on your butt, do. All right? Keep your chest lifted. Twist to the left. So set the left hand down. If some of you that are able to take that twist, take your twist. And look at that heart-shaped cloud up there. You see it? Take the right arm around behind your back. Left arm under. Do you see it? You might see it. Not really that bad. All right, come to center. Parallel your feet. Inhale, lift up your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Crown of your head down to the mat. Those of you that are dying to go into your headstand, go into your headstand. Those of you that prefer to stay here going for the stretch, stay here. So you have your options. Everyone's doing something, right? Those of you going for the headstands, create the nice perfect triangle between your head and your hands. Press into your hands, lift your heels up, and just see if you just get the feet floating. You know, so you do that by just pressing your hands through the ground. So if you just get the feet to float, don't even worry about lifting them up. And get the feet to float, and the hips end up over your hips or over your shoulders. Then the legs will go up. Slowly bring your feet back down. Inhale, lift up just halfway. Bring your hands to your hips, squeeze shoulder blades together. Slight bend in your knees. Bring the weight into your heels. Rise all the way up. Turn the right toes out to your right. Take your arms out wide. Bend your right knee into your warrior two. Going for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, so you're balancing on your right side. Reach out to the right. Set the right hand down slightly in front and to the right of your right foot. And then slide the left foot in, lift your left leg up. Bend the left knee, grab for your left foot with your left hand. Kick the foot out. Come all the way back into your warrior two. Reverse it, exalted warrior. Reach it up and reach it back. Exhale with mirroring hands to the front of your mat. You're gonna take it right into your side plank. So you guys, you're already here. You have the option. You can just go right to your side plank, or if you wanna get all fancy, grab onto your big toe with your two peace fingers, pick that foot up, take it right into your side plank. Vrishvasana. Maybe the leg doesn't even go straight. Maybe you can try even just holding onto the knee with the knee bent. Come to your full plank, lower right into your chaturanga. Inhale into your upper facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, take your left leg back. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest and step your foot up right inside your hand. Set your right knee down. Again, take your option of going to your quad hip flexor stretch. So a stretch, so both hands to your left knee, that's an option. Or grabbing onto your right foot with your right hand. Again, if you do, push your hips to the foot first and then bring everything forward. And release, push hips back. Again, your half splits, runner stretch. And lift up just halfway. And as you exhale again, big anterior tilt of your pelvis. So like you're pushing your hip bones towards your thighs more. And bend the knee. And lift the right knee up. Walk hands over to the right side. Go ahead and parallel your feet. Lengthen your spine, lift up your chest. All right, and you're gonna bend the right knee, push hips way back. It's the big anterior tilt of your pelvis, so you're feeling it more in your groin. Walk your hands over to your left foot. Bend your left knee, walk hands over to your right foot. Come to center, and you may need to adjust your stance for this, meaning like some of you may need to walk your feet closer together. All right, you're gonna grab onto, let's see, grab onto your outside of your left ankle with your right hand. All right, so you still don't like walk hands over that way. Just grab the outside of the ankle, bend the right knee, walk your left hand forward, crossing, creating like a letter 4 shape with your arms. So you should be feeling nice big stretch in the upper shoulders, upper back, yeah. And left inner thigh and your groin, all kinds of things going on here. Breathe. And release, come to center. Now grab outside of your right ankle with your left hand. Bend your left knee. Walk your right hand forward. And release, come to center. Lift up halfway, bring your hands to your hips, squeeze shoulder blades together, rise all the way up. You turn those heels and toes out and bend your knees right into your goddess. Set the hands onto your thighs, like near your knees. All right, push the knees outward and back. Sink your hips. Bring your hands behind your head and lace your fingers. Right elbow towards your right knee. Right elbow towards your right knee. Come on up. Left elbow towards your left knee. Come on up. Again, right, up, left, up. Keep going. Just go a little bit faster. And then come to center. Cactus arms. Lift your heels up. Stand all the way up. Take your arms out wide, heels out, fold forward. Go for your headstand if you prefer, if you like. Or grab the backs of your ankles, you know, like you're trying to push the ankles forward. Nice, Kathleen. Squeeze those legs together, those of you in the headstands. Point the toes up to the sky. You gotta root down. There we go. Slowly bring your feet back down. You know, lift up halfway, bring your hands to your hips, squeeze shoulder blades together, slide bend in your knees, bring the weight into your heels, rise all the way up. Turn your left toes out to your left. Take your arms out wide. Bend your left warrior. Reach it out to the left for your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So set the left hand down, float your right leg up. If you're able to grab onto your right foot with your right hand, do. Kick the foot out. Release your foot. Come all the way back into your warrior two, exalted warrior. Take your left arm and reach it back. Good. Exhale, wind your hands to the front of your mat, and your choice of side plank, any variation. Keep your right hand down, all right? See if you can, just try it. See if you can grab that foot. Or maybe just the knee, grabbing onto the knee. And release, come into your full plank. Lower right into your chaturanga. Lower all the way down into your belly. All the way down to your belly. All right, come back up onto your forearms again. Going back into your Sphinx. Point the toes straight back. Press the tops of your feet down. Roll your shoulders back. And stretch the middle spine. Your thoracic, middle spine. Stretch it, lengthen it, and then extend it. If you're able to, lift the elbows up, do without causing any kind of pinching or any kind of pain. Set the elbows back down. Come all the way down, rest your forehead. Bring your arms at your sides. Lift your head, lift your chest, lift your arms, and lift your legs. Bend your knees, grab for your feet. Kick it up, kick it back. And release, come on down. Let's do that one more time. Bend your knees, grab your feet. Go and kick it up, kick it back, kick up, kick back. Lift your chest. Awesome. And release, come on down. Set the hands next to your chest, tuck your toes under. Push it up into your full plank. Push it back down or facing dog. Now come back down onto your knees. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of Ustrasana dance. All right, camel. You know, this is camel. All right, but we're just gonna do like one side at a time. And so either like you can keep your toes tucked under, which will bring the heels up higher for you to grab onto them, or you can point the toes down. So your hands are either gonna go on your heels or on the mat. You know, this is where if you have a block, it can be super, super helpful, all right? Or anything to use a water bottle, like place a water bottle like between your feet. All right, but go ahead and have a seat first. And then you're just gonna swoop your right arm in front of you. As you take it up and back, you're gonna lift your hips up, push your hips forward. So it's like swoop it up, push your hips up, reach back. And then you're gonna reverse it, come back. And then take it right over to the other side. And if that's too much, you guys can bring your hands to your sacrum, you know, and go that way. So just get into the freedom of your body. A couple more times each way. And then next time you're halfway there, see if you can take both your hands back either to your heel or to your sacrum, wherever it is. But keep lifting your chest. Push your thighs forward. And slowly release. Sit on your heels. Sit calmly and breathe. Smile because the breeze is there, cooling you down. All right, now lie onto your backs. Continuing with the back bends. All right, lie back, keep your knees bent. We all need more heart opening, don't we? I know it's scary as hell sometimes. Sometimes it's really painful. But it's okay. We're strong. We can do this. So keep your arms at your sides. Feet are parallel. You know, it's a tendency that it's really common for like one of the feet to kind of turn out more. So kind of check it out. You know, check your feet. See, are they parallel? Is one of them turned out more? Now press into your feet. Lift your hips up. Interlace your fingers underneath you. Rock your shoulders together. Walk it together. Keep your chin away from your chest, but you're trying to lift the chest up to your chin by pressing your feet into the ground even more. It's that strength. Or the more you can root down through your feet, the more opening you'll get. The more grounding you have, the more freedom you create. And slowly lower down. Placing one hand over your belly, one hand over your heart. And while you have one hand over your chest and one hand over your belly, make sure there's way more movement in your belly.
and very little, if any, in your chest. All right, bring your arms at your sides. Walk your feet closer in towards your glutes. Again, press down through the corners of your feet, lift your hips up, rock your shoulders together underneath, like walking your shoulders together towards each other and down towards your heels. Interlace your fingers, or some of you may be able to grab onto your ankles. All right, press into your feet. Keep your chin away from your chest, but lift your heart up to your chin. And lower down. Again, one hand over your belly, one hand over your chest. All right, again, this time, go ahead and set up for wheel. All right, so even if you have a hard time getting into it, just set it up. Listen to me, okay? So set the hands up next to your ears where the fingers are pointing down towards your shoulders. So there's a pretty big flexion in your wrists. But do the best you can. All right, you may need to come out right away. That's okay, but just attempt it. And if you're still parallel with each other, now listen to me. Even if you pop up into wheel all the time, listen. You're just going to push up into the crown of your head. So rest the crown of your head on the mat. Once you're there, walk your hands a little bit closer towards your feet. Turn the fingers outward more. Maybe even walk your hands further out towards the edges of your mat. And then squeeze the elbows in towards each other, elbows into your armpits. You're going to press into your feet so you roll a little bit more towards your forehead. You're going to get the big heart opening there. And then push up into your wheel. Nice, you guys, lower down. How does that feel? You want to do it again, don't you? All right, I knew it. Okay, let's do it again. All right, so whether you're, again, it's just all little progressions. All right, and just no judgments. All right, let it go. Go ahead, let's do it again. If you need to do bridge instead of wheel, go ahead and do that. It's still a back bend, it's still a heart opener, all right? Get your hands out wider, you two over here. Get your hands out wider towards the edges of your mat, outer edges of your mat. Yeah. Come up to the crown of your head. Turn the fingers outward more. Other way, other way, other way. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Nice. Now go up. All right. Awesome. All right, come on down. We're going to soles your feet together, open the knees out wide. So Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle.